or even a package of bread, they can last for more than 2 weeks, right? So what does it mean? Even insects have more brains than us, that they will not come to eat all these foods because they know that there is nothing in them. So these are not coming from a plant, but they are engineered in a plant. These are not natural foods, these are engineered foods. So irrespective of even if it is called, healthy, if it is subjected to processing and bottled and sold and sitting on a shelf, that means it has lost most of its nutrition. That's why the manufacturers add several additives like preservatives, emulsifiers, acidity regulators, bleachers, thickeners, artificial colors, aromas, flavors, all these things, so that so that when you eat them you still feel it is tasty, but the taste is coming from these chemicals. These companies, they have food scientists, they employ food scientists who study how to create a product with the perfect combination of a fat, a salt, a sugar, how to produce the mouth feel, how to produce the texture, so that we have these ad jingles, right? It says you cannot stop with just one, which is true, because once we start eating them, because they are engineered to such an extent that we can't stop with one. So they are high in sugar, fats, and salt. In a natural food, you can never find a combination of sugar, fat, and salt in one food, right? So when we add all these combinations and make these foods, it becomes hyper stimulating, and that's why even unfortunately many of our children are also hooked to these products. They are very convenient, they don't spoil, so it's available in every shop. You go to even the remotest parts of the country, you get to easy access to all of these. Now, the other one is street food. All of you know that India is a big hub of street food. We have it everywhere. I think it's the same in many countries around the world, and it's a habit for many of us. Like once it's evening, just step out and go to the neighborhood street food corner and have something. This is also very cheap, very convenient. He will make anything you want, but what we really have to ask us is, many of these foods are high in fat. Where is this fat coming from? Where is this oil coming from? Where are they procuring it from? Most of these are industrial rejects or rejects coming from other countries, which are shipped in containers and brought to our country. And there is also this oil mafia and the chain of oil. So a five-star hotel will use the oil first, then it gets recycled to a three-star or a four-star restaurant, then it comes to the cheaper restaurant, and then it comes to the street food vendors. So that's how they are able to sell you food for so cheap, right? So the kind of ingredients they use, the colors, the oils, all these things are very harmful for our body. They are habit forming, they are cheap, but we really need to ask is what is the real cost on health? So many of the coaches who came to us for coaching, they told us that they have been used to eating street food for a long time, from the time they were in their college. And the other bigger factor is eating hostel food. So you know that if you stayed in a hostel or if your children are studying in a hostel, the food given in the hostels are really pathetic. There's hardly any fruit or a vegetable or a salad given at all. It's just, rice and dal without any vegetables, cooked with a lot of oil and probably some, eggs and other kind of things which are not health building. So for many people, their autoimmune issues actually start from the time they are out, they get their freedom, they are out of school and they are in college, or they start earning and then eating out the street foods, visiting restaurants with friends, and all this hostel or mess foods gets more and more. That's when the body starts building up toxicity, and one of the first signs of building up toxicity is putting on weight. Remember we spoke about the signs of disease, stages of disease, right? So we really have to think about, is this the culture we as a society want to encourage? What is going to happen to our children if this kind of thing proliferates, right? So there are certain foods in our body which are acid creating. Just like I said, the same foods which create inflammation in our body, they when they are digested by the body, they create byproducts of metabolism or end products which is acidic in nature. So what happens is when these foods are digested and they create the acids, the blood, which should normally be alkaline, uh, in a healthy body, the blood is alkaline. The pH level is around 7.35 or something like that. But slowly, because of these acid creating foods, the blood starts getting acidic. So when the blood is acidic, what happens? The blood is flowing in your body, right? It is taking the toxins to every part of your body. So every part of your body will start getting inflamed, particularly those parts of your body which are already weak, maybe because of heredity or because you've overused or misused some part of your body. So when the acid blood circulates, it inflames the glands and the tissues. It causes pains because acids are corrosive, right? It causes weight gain, low energy, bloating, mood issues, weak bones, right? So you will see that many people today are having conditions like osteoporosis because the body has become acidic, and the body is taking minerals from the bones to neutralize these acids, and in its effort to self preserve, so the bones start getting weak. So which are the highly acid forming foods? The dairy products, all dairy products. It's not just milk, the curd, the eggs, butter, ghee, buttermilk, cheese, all these things, they are highly acid forming. And the non-vegetarian foods, right? Because these foods which are coming from animals have certain things in them which create acid waste when they are digested. Also, tea and coffee, they create acids because when they are processed and they are drunk, they produce acid waste. Sugar, and all the processed foods, these are highly acid forming. There are certain other foods which are medium acid forming. These are all the excess cooked foods. So as a culture, as we in India, we hardly eat salads, right? Most of the time it's food on our plate which has undergone a lot of cooking. Every sabzi, every curry, it goes on cooking for at least 30 minutes. So by that time, we have destroyed all the nutrition. We have made the food more complex and acid forming. Also, eating too many nuts and oils, all the fats after digestion, they become acid forming. So you may be wondering, okay, there's a big list of not to have. So what do we eat, right? So we will tell you going forward what you can eat. There are so many healthy options which you can eat. Your body is going to thank you for that, and believe us, they are really tasty too. So now we are going to enter a very important topic about plant-based and animal-based foods. So what are plant-based foods? Foods which come from plants. That means the fruits, the vegetables, the nuts, seeds, the sprouts, the grains. All these are coming from plants. And what are the animal-based foods? So the dairy products, the non-vegetarian food, the eggs, right? Honey. All these things come from animals. So in nature has equipped every animal with the body parts it needs to eat and digest what has been designed for it by nature, right? For example, a lion or um, a lion or a tiger or any carnivore animal, nature has equipped it with sharp claws. It's equipped it with high speed. They run very fast, they are powerful, and they have a strong stomach acid to digest the flesh. They have an intestine which is very short in length, so that whatever meat they eat, the flesh they eat, it comes out of the body very fast. It doesn't putrefy inside. And they have the they don't have really the compassion or the kindness which we have, right? So their instinct is to kill and eat. But look, ho- what about us, right? We are more uh, closely related to animals like the apes, the monkeys, right? And what do they eat? They eat mostly plant-based food. Our body structure, we don't have any canine teeth. We just read that this is a canine teeth, but can we actually tear any flesh? Can we kill an animal by with our claws or with our nails? Do we have claws? No, we don't have. We don't have the speed or the agility or the strength to run behind an animal and kill it. We don't have the heart to kill animals, make them suffer and eat, right? And our intestines are very long. We have 10 to 11 times our body length. Our intestines are like 21, 22 feet in length, which is a really long one. So if we eat meat and other things, it's going to rot inside by the time it exits out, because our body is warm inside. It's going to putrefy and ferment. And the enzymes which we have are mostly carbohydrate digesting enzymes. The protein digesting enzymes are very weak. We also have teeth which are mostly broad and flattened. That is the molar teeth, which is more suited for grinding food, not for tearing food. So all these things show us that nature designed us to eat more of plant-based foods. And our stomach acid is also very weak. It is not capable of digesting high protein foods which come from animals. So, unfortunately, all this information is hidden. We did not read about this when we were growing up, or maybe we read it, but it didn't really register. So the fact is today we are eating food not based on instinct or body structure, but we are only eating it because of what culture taught us, what our parents taught us, or what media is telling us, or what doctors are telling us. And nature, frankly, doesn't care about authority or who told us, or whether it is our religion or whether it is, some doctor. Nature has its rules, and we can only be in good health if we follow her rules. So now Dr. Prashanthi will take us through more in detail about non-vegetarian food and dairy products.